Hi, I'm Aaron Crawford again with Brower Mechanical, your energy solutions experts, and today I want to talk to you about why is it important to have a proper energy assessment done in your home. Think about all the different concerns that are out there right now that are really fresh on people's minds with efficiency, high utility costs, and definitely comfort. How do we resolve those issues in your home? The only way to give you a clear-cut path to taking care of those concerns is having a proper assessment done. Let's think about it for a second. I wake up in the morning and I got chest pain. So what do? Well, I go to the doctor. Why? Because I want something figured out. I want some recommendations here. In no way will a doctor look at me and say, you know what, Aaron, you need a new heart. No, he doesn't do that. What he does is he's thorough. He asks me questions. He does some testing to make sure that he gives me the right solution to take care of my chest pain. It is the exact same thing with your home. We want to talk with you. We want to understand what your concerns are, and that's where we start, is the interview. I want to know what your hopes are, what your goals are, what's your frustrations, what's your concerns. What are those things? After that, we're going to provide a visual inspection. And to be honest with you, that's where most audits stop. They talk to you, and then they do a visual inspection. That's not proper. That's not thorough. You don't need a new heart. Maybe you just have indigestion. So when we do a visual inspection, I'm going to check out all your lighting, your appliances, your attic, the exterior, the interior of your home, pool equipment, everything, your heating and air conditioning equipment, understanding what's going on in your home. And then comes the heart of the actual audit, and that is the testing. All right, let me talk to you a little bit more about that. So here we have a picture of a home. Okay, one of the first things that we do when we're actually using testing equipment, and again, testing is so important because this is going to give us clear answers to take care of your specific needs. This will allow you not to overbuy. A lot of people, when they think about trying to create a better environment in their home or a more efficient environment, they might purchase thousands of dollars on windows or heating and air conditioning when they just didn't have the proper testing done to determine, is that really where you want to spend your money? So the first thing that we do with testing is we do what's called a blower door test. And that tells us, how does air get into your home? If you think about it, air coming into our home or heat or cool air coming into our home, that's why our heating and air conditioning systems turn on. So if we can prevent that from happening, it's going to really, really help us out. So where are all those leaks at? We actually use what's called a blower door that pulls a vacuum on your home to figure out where those leaks are. We use a wand of smoke around your home to make sure that everything's sealed tightly. It tells us where infiltration is happening. Another thing that we use is what's called an air hood. You know, air, it's hard to direct airflow. It's hard to tell air to turn left here or turn right there. But every room needs a certain amount of airflow to condition that space. So this device here is going to tell us, are we getting proper airflow? Maybe little Johnny's room or the master bedroom isn't comfortable. Maybe it's an airflow issue. We wouldn't know unless we did the testing. We also use an infrared camera. This is going to tell us if our insulation is working well. Do we have proper wall insulation or ceiling insulation? Is it working for us? Or is air or heat being lost or coming into our home? The only way you can determine that is with the proper use of a thermal imaging gun. So you can see that the testing is very, very important out there. We also check your insulation levels. Get up in the attic and make sure that you have a nice barrier here between that attic and also that livable space. Think about it. On a 100-degree day, 140 degrees in an attic, trying to maintain an 80-degree temperature in the house, make sure that line is sealed and insulated properly. So that's the testing that I'm talking about. After the testing, we definitely need to have a copy of the last 12 months of your utility cost. We need to look at your bills. We need to see what were those high months, what were those low months. That's the only way that we can provide an action plan or what we call a report for you. And one of the great things about the reports that we do, we use utility certified software program that's going to give us a prioritized recommendation list. So this is how we do not overbuy on the recommendations. We don't want to just jump out there and say, hey, replace your heating and air conditioning. This is going to tell us what's the best bang for our dollar as far as here's the steps that we need to take to satisfy your concerns, and here's the way that we can do it most affordable to you. After that, you want to test out. You know, we want to make sure that these recommendations that we're proposing are actually working. So all the testing that we did to determine where the concern, what solutions we can do to provide for your concerns, we want to do that same testing to make sure that it's actually working. Okay? So why am I actually talking about the importance of a proper energy audit? or energy assessment today? Well, here's the main reason, is because there's two great programs that were just introduced from SMUD and from PG&E, and it's called the Home Performance Program. If you've heard about it, I'm sure you're excited. There's incentives out there up to $5,000 worth for having this type of assessment done and getting your home to perform in a more efficient and a more comfortable manner. In fact, SMUD will go all the way up to $5,000. PG&E has a cap of $3,500. The minimum they're going to give you is $2,000. And you know what? It's simple. Very, very easy to get that money in your hand. There's not a lot of measurements that you have to do to get you that $2,000 rebate. It's a win-win situation. So what I'm asking for you to do is, if you have those concerns, if you have those frustrations, don't just go out there and make recommendations or solutions without having the proper testing done. Make sure it's thorough. Make sure they're following these steps. And that's what we'd like to do for you here at Brower Mechanical. If you'd like us to come out and allow you to participate in this great home performance program from SMUD and from PG&E, give us a call at 916-624-0808. Again, I'm Aaron Crawford, and thank you for your time.